Hello everyone, I am Rafael May Flores and today I am going to discuss the instantaneous center. In this video, we are going to figure out angular velocity at a point using something called the instantaneous center of zero velocity denoted IC. When we find the IC point, we can write our equation like this and eliminate VA. To see how we can figure out a base point where VA will be 0, imagine a system like this. If we look at points B and C, we would see that point B would have a velocity that is perpendicular to the length AB. That's because we see that point B travels in a circular motion, so velocity will be tangent to that path. For point C, we see that velocity must be along the x-axis since it's locked into horizontal slope. To figure out the IC point, all we need to do is to draw two lines that are perpendicular to each of the velocity vectors, and wherever they intersect is the IC point. This will make a lot more sense when we give examples. For this section, you should remember the sine laws and trigonometric functions. We're going to be using triangles to figure out a lot of the information. Remember, we can use this equation to find the velocity at a point when a body rotates around a fixed axis. Let's take a look to this example. We need to determine the velocity of slider block C at the instant shown. Let's draw a free body diagram of bar BC. The first step is to draw the velocity vectors of points B and C. We see that bar AB rotates about a fixed point, which means velocity B will be perpendicular to the link. We can figure out that velocity by multiplying the angular velocity bar AB by the distance from point A to B, which will give us an answer of 1.2 meters per second. Next, we can look at the velocity of point C. We can see that it can only have a velocity vector straight along the x-axis since the slider is locked into a slot. Now that we have drawn out velocity vectors, we can draw our perpendicular lines. The next step is to figure out the angles inside this triangle. The bottom angle has to be 60 degrees, since that's 90 degrees minus 30 degrees. To figure out the angle on the left, we can draw two triangles like this. So that angle must be 180 degrees minus 45 degrees plus 60 degrees, giving us 75 degrees. Now that we have two angles and a side length, we can apply the sine rule. First RB, next RC. Now we have to find the angular velocity of bar BC. So we will use the same equation we used at the beginning of this question. But we will use the IC length. And don't forget to use the velocity of point B we found earlier. To figure out the velocity of block C, we can use the same equation, this time using the other IC length and value we just found. Solving this gives us the velocity of block C.